Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about how I manifested my specific person. Keep on watching. My partner and I have been together for 6.5 years now, and we've been going really strong the past few months, I guess, since I really, honed into the law of assumption thing. Before that, we had multiple breakups, and both of us showed toxic behavior towards each other, and it wasn't healthy at all. But this has been the most loving, the most ideal, the most health healthy the most healthy relationship I've ever been in. So I wanted to come in and talk about it with you guys. So we all know it's actually about how you feel about yourself from within, how you value yourself, what you think about yourself and all, but I feel like there is much more to it than that. When I met him, he was the kind of person to, have multiple girlfriends at once. I think I was his seventh or eighth girlfriend, and he wasn't the type to commit. It was just a fling. But I made him commit, I guess. He wanted to marry me within like 5 months of meeting each other and dating each other. And that was something I was bamboozled by, and I didn't know that at the time, but it was due to how I saw myself. I saw myself as someone who's worthy of being committed to. And as I said, we had multiple breakups in between, and he would always come back, or if I went back to him, he would always accept me. But the thing was, both of us didn't change, and due to the similar reasons, we kept breaking up again and again. And it was turning into really, a toxic cycle, because I thought he was in the wrong and he thought I was in the wrong all the time. During this period too, I developed depression, and then I was put on meds, and because of the meds I went into mania, and then I actually left him. We like totally broke up, and our families were involved at this point, and it was a really ugly breakup. While still in mania, I made a list of what I wanted in a man and what he was not. Don't get me wrong, he was amazing, but my mind couldn't see past that. And during mania, you have this thing called grandiosity that makes you think that you're the best, you're the shit, and you don't value other people that much. And I just thought that what I wanted is all that is. I know law of assumption also deviates towards that, but those two things are kind of different, because law of assumption is more good vibes, and mania is kind of, it's a pathology. So during that time I made a list, basically listing out all the qualities I wanted in a guy. And it was like, I want someone who's spontaneous, will take me out on coffee dates and all. And I actually manifested other guys who did that for me, but I always kept searching for my man in them, and I was not satisfied with them because they are not him, and nobody can be him. And I just stopped eating them, and I told myself, he's what I want, he's what I need, and I'm gonna bring back the version of him that does those things for me. To get those things, I should be the person who already has those things. I should be the person who already thinks is deserving of those things. So I had to change myself. After that also, because of other circumstances, and I wanted him back so much, I just got him back. But he wasn't the same, obviously. He would not do the things for me at that time, because I was not in that mindset. So then I took the power back and looked back at myself, and I started to show up as a person who already has those things he wants, who already is the girlfriend who gets taken out on dates randomly, and with a boyfriend who's so spontaneous. If I was that, what would I be doing? I'd be reciprocative, I'd be happier when I'm with him. And another thing was, at this time I was working with a new therapist, and I was working on myself to get rid of depression, and you can watch another video to know how I cured my depression with LOA. But then I cured my depression, I wanted him back in the way I wanted him back, and I kept on affirming to myself, and I kept on visualizing him being the ideal partner. And the main thing is, I kept up showing as the person who is so grateful for him, because he is everything that I desire. That is the main thing. I showed up as that person. It was all within myself. and I would not directly tell him to do this for me, do that for me, but I wanted to show up as the person who already has those things, who is already pampered and loved and appreciated and everything that I wanted from him. And I myself told him how much I loved him, how much I cared for him. I started to, be very stable with myself. I controlled my moods, I controlled my emotions, and I was just the best girlfriend he could have ever had. And then he reciprocated back. He was so grateful to have me, and he turned into something I always wanted. He turned into the guy I always wanted. He turned into that. The love that I had for him was not fake. The love that I had for him came genuinely from myself, because I believe so much in this law that if I wanted it, it would happen. And I changed all my beliefs to be the person who already has those things. That's all I did. So the tips I would have for you, the first tip I would have for you to actually get them back and keep them, is to work on yourself. You might hear this all the time, self-affirmation and self-concept, but I feel like it's more than that. After you change the way you think, you will change the way you act, and people will be more reciprocative of that, because they can sense your feelings, they can sense your vibe, and they can actually see what you are doing for them, and they will try to match it. People are nice, they will try to match it, like there's no other way. And when you tell yourself that he's the guy and he's doing this for me, he's already doing this for me, and he will keep on doing this for me, he has to confirm. Now we're getting married next year, and he loves me, his family loves me, my family loves him, and everything is going so well. We have the same dreams and aspirations and everything. And you can, all of you can do it, everyone can do it.